Hello, sisters. How are you doing today? I was inspired to hop on to do a Facebook Live with you as I was rehearsing a video I'm about to do. And this video is going to be, 3 ways to feel sexier, or even 3 ways to be sexier. Never mind feel sexier, just be sexier. And a lot of the time when I'm thinking about doing videos, I'm kind of talking to myself, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say this. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hop on Facebook Live, and I'm just going to give a little bit of a teaser before I make this full video. Because I think this is great information. I'd love to share it. So today I wanted to just share one key to really getting more into your sexuality. Hi, Amanda, welcome. One key to not even getting more into your sexuality. We have our sexuality within us. It's a key more to unleash and express this deeper sexuality that is within us. So if you think about it, Amanda says, hello, teaser trailer, then yes, this is a sexy teaser for the other sexy video that is coming. If you think about it, sexuality is one of our most basic energies. It's such a natural energy, and every single human being on this planet came here from sex, from sexual energy, and came through the vagina, the yoni. So our energy, our sexual energy, is so inherent to who we are as humans, as beings, and it's so important for us to have an open sexuality if we really want to be able to experience life at its fullest, because it's such a deep, inherent energy within us. And whether that means if you're having sex or you're not having sex, or that doesn't matter. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the energy of sexuality. How do you feel in your body? How do you feel when you have sexual energies that come up? Are you comfortable? Are you scared of them? Sexual energy is our attractive power. So are we using and working with that creative, attractive power in order to magnetize what we want in life, or are we shutting it down? Amanda says, we don't always like to think about how we came here. Yeah, people are really weird. It's thinking about your parents having sex is gross. But it's wow, that's you. That's how little baby you came into the world. So maybe it's not so gross after all, huh? Okay, so this key that we're talking about is actually a practical tool that you can use in order to start to work with your sexuality more and start to kind of coax it to come out through those layers of shame that we've been trained to have. So whether it's because of a religious upbringing, or whether it's because of just society and how we've simultaneously made sexuality a taboo topic while over sexualizing, women's bodies and sexualizing, everything. You go see the commercials and they've sexualized a hamburger so they can sell it, or a car, things like that. So simultaneously we have these things going on, but basically we've all received a lot of training from society that says, shut your sexuality down, it's wrong, bad, or some way, it needs to be behind closed doors, it's dirty, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what we're working with. We all know we've come from different places in our past that have, ideologies or conditioning around having this really power energy shut down. So what we want to do is we want to start to work through these layers of shame and start to release them and to transform them. So that we can access that power energy that's really going to serve us deeply in our lives. I'm just going to look at some of the things Amanda's saying. Amanda says, to transform women into objects for easier control. Absolutely. So honoring our sexuality is really a part of this divine feminine revolution, where we rise up, we reclaim our sexuality, and it's no longer something that's used to control the masses. It's something that's so inherently powerful and pure that we can actually work with it to create the new world that we want to live in. And Amanda says, your type of sexuality can be wrong too if you don't follow the norm, right? There's a certain expression of sexuality that's totally okay if you look a certain way, if you're straight, et cetera, but everything else is, not so great. So this practical tool that I'm giving you today is this, and I came up with this, just kind of it came to me through my own journey. It came to me especially through ecstatic dance experiences. I'm not sure if some of you have gone to ecstatic dance. It's basically you go into this this place, whether it's a big room or you're outside, and a lot of the time there will be kind of a leader or a trainer or, you know, a facilitator, and basically you just dance and you just let go, and there's no alcohol involved, there's no drugs involved. You just kind of, a lot of the time you'll close your eyes and you'll just do whatever, and you'll just shake it and you'll get crazy, and it's totally about just letting go and not worrying about what you look like and really exploring your body and what it wants to do. So through this experience, I realized that I was coming up against these levels of shame or embarrassment, and that these levels of shame or embarrassment about my body or about what I was doing with my body would stop me from moving the way that I wanted to move. And I was like, no, I want to go deeper. I want to express myself. And here I am coming up against these layers of shame that are kind of making me want to close down. So first off, just kind of take a mental note if you can relate. If you're out dancing or if you're out even, I don't know, doing something, and you come up against these layers of shame that you're aware of that kind of tell you, no, it's time to constrict. That's too big. That's too weird. You're going to weird people out. People are going to look at you, etc., etc. And our hardwiring for acceptance really makes those voices more powerful than they should be, really, to have us kind of shut down. So in these experiences where I would come up against this shame, I said, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this shame and this embarrassment my dance partner. So instead of having it shut me down, I actually would use that energy. And you know, a lot of us are energy sensitive in this group. In fact, all of us are energy sensitive in this group. So we've had the experience of coming into an energy, and we can actually feel the energy. It's almost like a tangible experience because we feel the energy. So I would feel this energy of shame, and I would just like kind of dance into it. And this shame would be my dance partner. So if you can even think about any areas of tension or shame that you might have in your body right now, I want you to just kind of like, even maybe like a snake or, you know, whatever comes up, just like undulate into that shame. And that shame might be in your belly, in your lower belly or your lower back or wherever it comes up. And just kind of feel like you want to dance into it. And just like your dance partner, you kind of like hold your hand out and you put your hand back to like take them in, and you play with that dance partner. I want you to play with this energy. And you can even close your eyes when you're doing this. Just breathing in anywhere, you know, just think about like, even just like if you can think about or trigger any areas of shame that you have in your body. So if you can even just feel into your sexuality, feel into your womb space, feel into how it feels to dance and be free. And if you come up against any areas of, ooh, that's kind of too much or embarrassing, I want you to like literally just like kind of grind up into that energy and use that as your dance partner. And just see what happens with that energy when you play with it and get deeper and deeper and deeper into that energy. Using your breath even, maybe undulating your spine again, and really playing with that energy. So now that block, and you can open your eyes whenever you're ready, now that block is no longer a block. That shame is actually a pathway to go deeper into yourself and into your sexuality. So I want you to do that, especially if you ever go out dancing. The next time you go out dancing, to try that out. I am like the first one on the dance floor now. I have no problem being sober, a little sober Sally, and getting onto the dance floor, and everyone's watching, and I don't give a fuck, and I just dance and I do my thing. And the reason why is because I've trained myself when I feel that people are watching, or this is embarrassing, or, you know, what if, like, I don't want to be, like, you know, too exposed, or I don't want to, you know, my sexuality to come off a certain way. I've trained myself to work with those. It's not that I don't have those feelings. It's that I've trained myself to dance with them and to create magic from them and with them rather than let them hold me back. So hopefully that makes sense to you. So I'm just going to look up into some of the comments here. Amanda says, or I try to keep dancing to a type of movement, more rhythmic. And then Annette says, I did this once and loved it. I should do this at home. Great. And Annette, you brought me up to my next point. So if you're not actually going out dancing, what you can do is you can just go in front of a mirror that you have at home. And this is your homework. Okay. If you're really into this and if you want to try this key, you can do it when you're going out dancing. But like I said, we don't always go out dancing every day. So this is the homework. Get in front of your mirror and get naked. Okay. And put some good kind of sensual music on. And I want you to get in front of that mirror, and I want you to just kind of lightly kind of touch yourself or caress yourself and move and notice any levels of embarrassment or shame that you have that come up. And in truth, this is our naked body. This should be, and that sensual energy is so natural to us. This should be really, if we were a healthy society, a really natural, juicy expression and activity. But for a lot of us, including even myself at times, if we get in front of the mirror naked and we kind of like dance, we'll feel like, oh, is anyone watching? This is kind of embarrassing. Or like, oh, like, I don't know if I want you to notice those emotions and those feelings that come up. And I want you to dance into them. I want you to do exactly what we talked about. Use that shame as your dance partner and like grind into it and feel into it and let that play and explore through you as you go to deeper and deeper levels of your awareness with your sexuality. And just see and just use your intuition on how you want to work with that. And again, the reminder is work with your shame and use your embarrassment as your dance partner rather than pushing it away. Bring it closer and like create this beautiful, sexy dance with it. And you'll see that your power and your intuition and your spirit is going to be much stronger than that shame or energy. And you're kind of just going to like grind into it until it dissolves. And you're at the next level of letting that erotic kind of creature come through. And Amanda says, haha, yes, it can be embarrassing. Lindsay just joined us. So Lindsay, we're talking about working with our shame and working with it as like our dance partner. So the homework here is get in front of a mirror, get naked, and start to kind of just lightly touch and caress yourself and get into like the music that you have going on and see what kind of shame or embarrassment might come up, and then just like grind more into it and use that as your dance partner. And you can use this tool again when you're out into the world, and you can even use this when you're not dancing, right? When you're I don't know, you might have shame or levels of embarrassment that come up certain times throughout our day. You can use this tool and technique, even like I said, when you're not dancing, with the breath. Breathe into it and use that embarrassment or shame that might come up throughout your day as an opportunity to just breathe. And you can even just kind of move your spine just gently and just kind of just bring this like subtle energy of this exercise in through your day. So I'm giving that to you as your tool. Work with your shame as your dance partner. Annette says, love this. Thank you so much for this. You're welcome. And it's one thing to watch this video and go, okay, great, that's sounds really cool. I'm liking that. And it's another thing to actually practice this homework and to bring it into your life. So I want to encourage you to do that and actually see the energy of transformation. If you have time and space right now, you can even put a 5-minute song on, a 10-minute song on that you really love, and get in front of the mirror and start to do that exercise and practice and have fun. And if you're really comfortable in front of that mirror and you're not even, accessing those levels of shame and you just feel good, then keep going and keep expressing, sister, because we need that kind of raw expression and sexuality in our lives. So go have fun sharing that with the world. So much love. And again, this is kind of a teaser for a longer video that's going to come to you soon. So much love. Bye.